Hello everyone! Sorry that the music was weird, it kind of just went in the middle, but anyway, welcome to Thomas Was Alone. So this is an indie puzzle game, and it's one of those games that as you play you get new things. So there's 8 characters and you have to unlock them by playing the game and just progressing. And also, just a fun fact, the music is randomly generated. And I've actually never played this, but for some reason it still has the resume option. But, yeah, so the music is randomly generated. I have no idea how they did that, and it always sounds so good. Anyway, let's just jump right into it. So...
Thomas was alone. Wow, a weird first thought to have.
So basically you have to move your character, the square thing, over to his shape. So basically just progress through the levels and stuff, but anyway, so I hope you guys got to read that
Thomas
web
decided
text.
to start listing his observations for posterity.
And yes, it does
1.
have
The
narrating.
whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing.
Okay. Who isn't good at falling? How is that? What? How you start in the air.
Interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump. A big jump. But Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently.
So, this game is like, it's a pretty good puzzle game. Of course, the whole game isn't this easy, but...
This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect it might even be doing so on purpose. Nah, paranoia.
Whoa. So, you know, after hearing its music, can you believe that it's
Thomas
randomly
wondered
generated?
whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might, or might not, be important.
I'm actually enjoying this so far, so...
It might have been paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills.
I like
It had
the...
been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No. Too obvious.
Oh, thanks. I like the narrating in this game. There's just a lot of it, a bit too much. But it's good to have narrating, because some games like this have no narrating, and the narrating really puts characters onto just simple blocks with colors. So, it's cool, isn't it? The narrating stuff.
Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it. He made another mental note. 4. Water. Not good. To be avoided.
So I guess these things are checkpoints right here. So apparently this block's name is Thomas. So that's always good to know. Whenever I play these games, I never know the names of the characters.
The loneliness was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
I hate that when you forget. You have no idea what the name is, so you just say, you know, the guy or the main character that you're playing as. But I'm glad, like, it repeats his name 1,000 times. That's also a common name, Thomas. I have no idea what the other characters are, but I know there's definitely more. There's 8. And they all have something special. Oh, God. So I'm terrible at parkour. That infinite map all over again. Anyway, so yeah, the music is randomly generated, but the maps are not. The maps actually make sense. They're not randomly generated.
Thomas had a new theory. The world
Dang it.
was training him.
Dang it.
He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper.
Yeah,
He
jumping like
was
crazy.
evolving. He just wished he had someone to share it with.
Our Thomas, I would kind of feel the same way. You know, I always have my brother to share accomplishments with, which is nice. But that's what sucks about having no friends. When you do something awesome, you just like say yay to yourself. But I've never had no friends in my life, so I don't know what it exactly feels like, but hopefully I never do know what it feels like. God, how do you do this? Finally. Whoa. This is crazy. There we go. Nice music.
Chris took an immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was?
Oh, look, there's a new character. Okay, Chris. Oh, this guy can't jump at all. This guy's a fat loser. What's even the point of this guy? He's a retard. Alright, let's just calm down here. Jump over here. There we go.
Chris had been doing fine.
Cool.
He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own.
Okay, so this guy's
Even
name is
being
Chris.
graceful at times.
Alright, Chris.
Not technically graceful. It's probably the wrong word, but you know, fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
Just make an average video. Sorry, my brother just asked me questions in the middle of my video. Alright, looks like Thomas has to come and help Chris. Where is Thomas? There you are. So this game is really fun so far. You know, I never actually liked platforms, but this game, I like it. Like the first actually good platform game I've ever played.
a glowy white thing. Only Chris could get to it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him?
So Chris is basically, everyone hates him and everyone likes Thomas. That's sad. Anyway, so I guess this is why I need Chris. A staircase opens for Thomas. And Thomas.
Grace. Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate. Seriously, this made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile.
This is gonna be a long day. Oh yeah, son. Okay, jump. Oh yeah, by the way, so anyway, I just got back from, my camp, if you've seen my last video, and I kind of got a present when I came back, just like a welcome back home present, I guess. So I really wanted a fish for some reason. My mom said, fine, you can get a fish at the end of summer, and then after camp, so I was like, okay. So then I waited, and then when I got back from my camp, I said, it's time for my fish. And then she said, how about instead we get a hamster? So now I have a hamster. And we got a hamster. His name is
Was this
Alfie?
good? Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure. Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him. Sure, he'd been able to piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but where had that got him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point.
Zoom out. So anyway, his name is Alfie, and he is. It took a long time to choose his name, but he's like white with light brown spots, or light brown with white spots. Not sure, but you know what they say, black and yellow, black and yellow. Oh yeah, so in my update I talked about me getting amnesia. I do have amnesia, but the computer that I bought my editing software, my recording software on. By the way, for lots of you who are asking me this question over and over again, what like recording software to use or what editing software to use, I use sometimes Windows Live Movie Maker and what's it called? Video Pad Editor, and my recording software
Chris
is just
stared at
Snagit.
Thomas with pure hatred. He seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness.
Perfect time.
That would be fine. But it was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot.
Man, Chris really hates it.
He hoped the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels.
So, perfect time to end it. So yeah, I use Snagit to record, Video Pad Editor to edit, and yeah. So, the computer I'm on is pretty crappy right now. It only has 2 roaming post a video, but the whole game was just blackness, darkness. You couldn't see anything. You could just hear like footsteps, and that's all. You know, so that's why. Sorry, I cannot play Amnesia, but it really sucks right now. But I just can't. I'm so sorry. But so I played on my mom's computer because hers is a lot better. Because we have Steam on this computer, and my mom's computer is not just playing on there, so it'll never be on my channel. Anyway, so this is the end of this episode. Episode 1 of Thomas Was Alone. So far, pretty good. So far, so good. Subscribe for more Left Like It. Comment if you have any questions or suggestions. Favorite if it's favorite, and share if you want to see it. That's it for this episode, and